Hello and welcome back. This is Morocket PDX channel. You are with Tony and my brother Daniel. Behind the controls, in control, will be Daniel.
What's up?
I will narrate and host as usual because it's my channel. All right, let's continue. Let's see where we left off. So, in recent Remedy news, the Lake House DLC for Alan Wake 2 dropped. I played it. It was amazing. I'll see if I can fit in commentary because I only have my no commentary playthrough up so far, and be a while. I think before we ever get around to it. So, nice upgrades in now. That's a level 5. What does it do? Health recovery for element pickup is plus 44%. Sounds good.
Pretty significant.
Nice. Okay.
What's this do? Damage while
On Pierce, I mean, that's a thing you do with Pierce.
Yeah.
But you already have. Oh, you have damage with aiming. So what's the other one? Exclusive Pierce. Oh, it's just increased too. I don't know if that's.
Oh yeah. I didn't care. Research encourage the snipers with Pierce. Kill the snipers. I have that selected. Okay.
So there's a short-term one in central research.
I have to go back to talk to Emily. So that's not
No, that's an executive. I think you might be in research though.
Shoe.
We're talking about. Yeah. I had recommended doing a lot of those things before because I personally had problems with some of the sub bosses, but you may not. And if you do, well, then you can just do these little side objectives. So, whatever. All right, wants us to go back to the boardroom clearly.
The resonance emitted from the HRAs is purely antithetical to every variant of the histone I can arrange.
Alright, analysis of his threat part 4. Summary. To examine the invasion's timeline of events for possible patterns in his behavior. Establishing a timeline is difficult at present because of lack of reliable communications between the Bureau sectors and staff. Preliminary models indicate ground zero of the invasion is located within the executive sector. Once it becomes possible to interview surviving personnel, pinpointing the exact location should be feasible. Other outstanding questions that a timeline may help answer. How did his get past the internal lockdown? How does his resonance advance through space, deliberately or formally? What is their ultimate goal? The outside world? A cross dimensional destination? Refer to redacted for full report. I mean, those are important questions, and actually a very interesting document because if you're feeling lost, it sort of like kind of centers you in on like what is kind of happening, and making you thinking about um, the impact and consequences of the situation. So, in the Lake House Alan Wake 2 DLC, there is a semi-hidden Easter egg exposure to Jesse's brother Dylan that reveals a sneak peek into the forthcoming Control sequel. It was very short teaser like, but you get kind of series of flashing images of various things, including an almost Nolan-esque folded New York kind of landscape with a central figure that gave Jesse vibes if she was like wearing a poncho in like a post-apocalyptic scenario, but could have been someone else. Couldn't tell for sure. I think it, if I can remember, maybe it was some of the other visual indicators. So other interesting Remedy news is that another game that Remedy has coming out, which I honestly thought was full-blown canceled, is Firebreak, which is their co-op game, which is going to be a sort of like an online persistent, I think, shooter that where you play like the Rangers, dealing with the hiss, kind of like the ongoing hiss problem. Trying to like get the containment completed so that they don't have to be on lockdown forever. Which, by the way, the Lake House DLC confirmed that the headquarters has been in lockdown for 3 or 4 years. So between the events of Control and Alan Wake 2, it's been in lockdown that entire time. Sorry, you're going to ask something.
Oh, I probably have seen this the whole time before, but I like how it says the notes compiled by Emily Pope and then also by order of Jesse Payne. So it's a fairly recent document.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
That is very interesting.
Like,
I also like that, but still.
Well, but yeah, here's one Bethany Grant.
Yeah,
So depending on where you're going through them.
I have never looked
that one's still by Zachariah Trench.
Yeah,
so
the director.
Older document gives it a little bit of context.
It does. That's helpful. And strange how my brain just omitted looking at that.
I honestly have been doing that entirely until like probably just.
Okay, analysis of Hiss threat part 3. If we understand the Hiss to be a force based on vibration and resonance, then perhaps their incantation, which is now agreed upon term for their vocalization, is an effort to express the resonance using human vocal cords and speech. Would there be a difference if the incantation were recited in different languages? The most common word used is want. Interestingly, every usage of the word is attributed to you. You want to listen. You want this to be true. You must want these waves to drag you away. Are we the you the Hiss are referring to? Does the Hiss believe in humanity? Possibly all non-Hiss alike wants to join it, to be consumed by it? Is that its goal? The second most used words are through and time. Is it possible that Hiss stating how they arrived here or an indication of its age? There is a clear intention in the words. Dismissing the incantation as nonsense, as some colleagues recommended, is beyond idiotic. Refer to redacted report. Interesting. So that's yes.
We did this out of order slightly.
Yeah.
Sorry, just right there.
It is kind of.
It's happening. After all these years, Dylan is here. But am I too late?
How is he? I need to know. He's clearly been affected by the Hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation. I need to run tests. He seems more in control, more present.
I want to see him. My brother. Or is he?
Of course. Now, Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful.
So I think this is like on my original playthroughs, something I missed that Dylan was just like literally in this area, but just on the second floor. Like, I mean, like I eventually.
Yeah, I was geeking out on this while we were talking about it. And it's obstructed by the lighting around the table. I was just kind of curious. Room to grow.
Is a classic series of white dudes.
Distinguished.
Distinguished looking white dudes, yeah.
Very interesting.
So, and I mean, I'm pretty sure that the director before Trench is.
Hi,
was
Jesse.
In the Power. But I could.
I should be going. Enjoy your data.
It was weird,
Oh,
that
I
conversation.
will.
There was no dialogue option, so that's why I just wanted to check.
Oh my god, did she have to write everything in her made-up gibberish code? Fucking Marshall with her CIA spy. I don't think I ever told you this, but I was actually on the path to being a ranger once. Did the whole boot camp thing. Even got rookie status.
Okay. I was like,
Anyway,
oh,
not the point. My old ranger squad was a great bunch. There was 6 plus me. Remus, Hazard, Cho, Guy, Heptonstall, and Thompson. They were supposed to get back from an expedition yesterday. We had beers and wings planned. Problem is, they weren't here when Darling handed out the HRAs.
Then they had nothing protecting them from the hiss.
You see, they prepped for the worst, but I think that we're already past that. We all wore these pouches around our neck, and I really don't want the hiss to get them. Could you find them for me? The squad would have come back through maintenance, but they probably spread out from there.
I'll keep an eye out for them, Arish. And I won't let them stay hiss.
Okay, pointed toward his neck like he should have a
I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know. Oh my god, did she have to write everything in her made-up gibberish code? Fucking Marshall with her CIA spy shit.
So,
Made up Jewish code. Like, I wonder if that's like some like Hebrew like numerology reference or something. Oh, okay. So that's also a side thing where the jukebox is, and the jukebox does. I think that's how you get to like the weird raid-like section of the game. I think, if I'm thinking right. I'm pretty sure we're just probably gonna ignore that for now and stuff. I mean, it might be a way to get some XP, but. So yeah, this one, I think you just kind of handle this as you go. You'll just run into areas where, like, his fault numbers are. Or...
gotta just stay in track and speaking to them.
Why haven't we dissected that freak mutation we locked up? Towards so much
Could
of
get
its
the-
physiology.
He's a valuable resource.
Marshall didn't give me any orders before she left.
This is Lynn Salvador, head of Bureau Security. I'm making a formal security order due to the incident in April, case number 21HQ593. Improper use of the jukebox altered item led to 2 fatalities. We believe a pair of agents used the jukebox to travel to the quarry threshold and engage in inappropriate workplace behavior. An expedition team found them decomposing at the formation's base a week later. At least we found out the jukebox doesn't bring corpses back when the song ends. I'm having the jukebox placed in a secure location in the executive sector. It should never have been accessible to low clearance staff in the first place. The new location's security and proximity to a high-traffic area will prevent misuse, while still allowing for expedition teams to access it when required. See me for any further details. Bureau Security. I'm making a formal security order due to the incident in April. Case number 21HQ593.
I'm your boss, you're fired. Sure. Just came in here to fart.
Chill.
She's having a bit of a breakdown.
Go.
You're also fine. You walk it. Wait. Drug test. It's my desk. I do that. Director Jesse Faden coming through.
Apparently the director restored HRA production. They're already getting other survivors out of safety.
Go talk to me. You're fired.
Police. Dr. Darling has personally recommended Ms. Pope for promotion based on her work ethic and assistance in advancing many ongoing research matters. See research reports redacted for breakthroughs resulting from her work. Recommendation. According to her colleagues, Pope has displayed a keen eye for detail and a quick grasp of paranatural concepts. She is professional and diligent, though some of her coworkers complain of social disinterest. The review committee approves this recommendation and promotes Ms. Pope to the position of research specialist. I mean,
Absolutely not. She's demoted. Fired.
they feel like they gotta like balance it, but like really, come on. Well,
Oh, wait. Emily Pope? She's alright.
Maybe I
Take
can
it
get back
back.
to my office soon. I miss having a door.
She's getting a promotion, but no pay raise. Oops. Oh,
whoa.
I didn't hold it.
Whoa.
Shit. Thank you.
Examination of paranatural topics, collective unconscious. Collective unconscious is defined as a form of unconscious that is shared in all human. We're getting some Jungian shit again. From this arises unconscious knowledge linking us through the ancestral heritage, see Jung report, page 12 through 34, through the collective unconsciousness, and we unknowingly intuit a series of images and archetypes to all elements of our lives. These archetypes are never fixed, but shift and change in tandem with our species and culture. So, I sound a little dismissive, and I don't want to be like completely like that because some Jungian ideas I don't necessarily agree with, and a lot of that might be either a misinterpretation on my part or how many people have misinterpreted the idea about how Jungian archetypes and the way collective consciousness works and how we interpret that. I think it's easy to mistake that it's sort of like an almost paranatural or supernatural force, like we're all connected, regardless of space and distance and things like that. Which I don't think is necessarily a claim that Jung would actually have been making. I think what it's more like is like how memes spread. You still need some sort of transmission vector for ideas to transmit. And again, I would
It's
have
like
to
that time we were talking. I think I was talking to you about it. How people nowadays, modern times, get shot and they fall down. But that didn't used to be a thing.
That's a great example.
People would get shot and keep running.
That is a great
and
example.
keep fighting.
Yeah, like how deeply ingrained our behavior of what is expected
Dictates an unconscious reaction.
Exactly, and that's a perfect example. Yeah. So what I would need to do to look up is actually see if Jung was claiming something in line with that, or if he did indeed actually claim that maybe that it goes beyond that, and that like he's like, no, people are born with this like an ancestral memory kind of way. Because isn't there a line that actually says something close to that? Knowledge, yeah, ancestral heritage. So like the question is does you mean like is the ancestral heritage still transmitted as we discussed before? You still need a vector, or is he saying that this could literally be like inherited, like you would inherit genetic traits? Because I think that you could have understandable objections to these things being transmitted like you inherit genetic traits, and that could be debated. If he's arguing the ancestral heritage and unconscious or the
like intelligence,
collective unconsciousness is really just if it's just describing the way that you can transmit things, sort of like memes transmitting through vectors and people adopting them, and how that can alter behavior, very much like how people just subconsciously
These are learned things.
mimic.
I think the difference is genetics will instill, like, body shape and whatever, but then, like, a lot of everything else is learned behaviors.
Yeah, but
It's not, and it could be unconscious after it's learned, but it's not genetically memories implanted in you. So,
so anyway, interesting.
compiled by Paula Bronte and Lorenzo Dune.
Nice.
Interesting. By the order of them.
That body works for you.
Just when I thought things were stabilizing, Marshall abandons us. I'm sick of no one telling us what's going on.
Information's always been underneath to their bases.
That's good.
Maybe weird guy. You staring at the wall. You're fired for literally doing nothing.
Okay. Listen, I know you can't control the building shifts, but the executive level restroom has been missing for weeks now. I worked my ass off in Islamabad station for 3 years, and I have earned the right to a nice workplace to share. If you can't bring it back, at least find out where it went. D. Rodriguez. Again, this nice little, storytelling.
This note wasn't compiled or approved by anybody. This note is useless. It's basically toilet paper.
Mental.
What?
Well, I mean, I can live with that, I guess.
Lame.
All about the smashed pumpkin.
Yeah, that's not
But I
good.
just wasn't sure if you knew.
I had no idea.
I don't think it was like that when we got here. Must have
It wasn't like that this morning.
just happened.
Well, mine, like the one I did, there's just like the whole center of it's taken out, but then there's another one that's actually like collapsed and smashed.
That's weird.
Doesn't matter. I just wasn't sure if you knew.
Yeah.
Push the fingers through the surface into the way. You've always been near you. You want this to be true. I stand around you while you dream. You are a worm through time. The thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the way. You've always been near you. You want this to be true. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time, the thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror, you are a worm through time.
Shit.
The thunder's home distorts you.
That's Dylan. Can you
But
hear
yellow
me?
and red in the eye.
Oh, come on, Dylan.
Positive it
I'm here.
By the door.
I found you.
The surface into the way. You've always been near you. You want this to be true.
Do you know who I am?
Oh, you know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
That's
He's talking in the
Same way
third
to
person.
say
Also known as
Always a
Billy
good
Fade.
sign.
Do you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The hiss made me better.
Fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can you
to
stop
be
that?
true.
Please?
Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good. Don't you want to say them too?
No. Fuck off, no. You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You came in through the hole in you. We let you in. You've always been here. The only truth. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Stop it!
Orange peel.
Shit. Shit. He can see you. This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small, in Ordinary. In the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. But she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years.
After the song time for applause, we build you till nothing remains. The air cracks and the truth will emerge out of you. You are home.
The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found... They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
An earworm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, 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 yeah. Just plastic. So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny.
I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free. Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet.
You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Your regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jesse. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into.
Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself.
I'll go. But only to look for the slide projector.
That's weird.
You can help me.
Power save.
We can end this.
You are a worm through time. You are a worm through time. The thunderstorm distorts you.
Guess there's more to
Happiness
talk to
comes
about.
with white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye.
I don't know what else I'm hoping to find here.
Dylan. Can we talk?
I'd like to tell you about a dream I had last night.
Off to a good start.
Okay. I'm listening.
I was back in Ordinary, before all of this happened. But in the dream, I was alone. It was just me. I was the only child. A girl. My name was Jesse Dylan Faden. But then the Bureau came and caught me, brought me back here, locked me up. Have you ever noticed that our names, Jesse, Dylan, they could be girls' names, boys' names, could be anything. Don't you find that weird? I find that weird.
Sure.
What the hell was that? Is he trying to mess with me?
You are a worm through time. The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes.
Maybe Dylan's still in
Hit me,
there.
Dylan.
Maybe there's a way to reach him.
I'd like to talk to my brother,
Cool if we could
please.
get that same sweater outfit.
Dylan?
Dylan would like to tell you about a dream he had just now.
This again?
I was going to be the new director of this place. I helped you get a job here,
It'd be sweet if
so
you
that we could
pre-ordered
be
it, got
together.
that jumpsuit.
You were an
It'd be
office
sweet if it's a
assistant.
pre-order and they sent you the jumpsuit.
You'd make coffee and deliver the mail, And there was always plenty of work to do.
You should go to Walmart.
And it stayed that way.
Bracelets.
Forever and ever. It was nice. Really nice.
That's debatable.
But here's the strange thing.
You could probably do it.
The dream shifted. And none of it was real anymore. It was a game. We were in a game. And it was a fucking boring game. But you couldn't stop playing.
Damn, did he just break the fourth
And
wall?
then it shifted again. Or maybe it was another dream already. Or maybe I'm just confusing them.
See Deadpool.
But in this other dream, it was more like a musical. This is an ordinary song about an ordinary
He's alluding
girl
to the-
from an ordinary town. It's the
Not more than
ordinary
Remedy
story.
Multiverse.
She worked an ordinary
The-
job
the much
in
more
an
direct Alan Wake
ordinary
2
office.
Connections happen, I think, after you beat the main game, or and I'm not positive. You might have to actually beat the
And that's all I can
Foundation
remember of that
DLC.
dream.
And then he,
Maybe that's for the
there's a
best.
dialogue where he makes very much more explicit connections.
Through time, the thunder's
He's got a lot to say.
Maybe I can learn more about the hiss from him.
Can we talk?
At this
I
one.
just had
Oh.
an interesting dream.
Shit.
That's fascinating, but let's talk about the hiss for a change, yeah?
This dream was about the hiss.
Best I'm gonna get.
And when you're in solitary confinement,
In my
probably how you
dream,
got his dreams.
the hiss had broken free of this prison, this house. I'd set it free. And the president himself was there to welcome us. He was the first one to take the hiss in. Spread the word.
That's interesting.
At first, many people thought it was horrifying. That he was horrifying. But also, many people who heard his words wanted to welcome the hiss in. And slowly, more and more of them came around until the whole world was brought together by the hiss. It was wonderful.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that.
For the record, that will never happen. Not as long as I'm alive.
The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes.
Say.
I guess it's there's come back.
Maybe I'm just here to punish myself.
Any new dreams you'd like to share, Dylan?
He's fascinating.
I'm glad you asked,
Started to
sister.
wonder if Dylan's the good guy.
This dream, like all dreams now, felt very real. Like reality. And reality now feels like a dream. Maybe it's all a dream. Maybe it's all real.
Dream where my brother endlessly tells me about his dreams.
I was in a dark place. And there was a dark man there.
This is an illusion.
His name was Mr. Door.
Oh, this is
And
the
he
Alan
told
Wake
me
commentary.
that there are many worlds, side by side, on top of each other, some inside of others. In one world, there was a writer who wrote a story about a cop. In another world, the cop was real. Door said he himself was in all of them at the same time, endlessly shifting between them. I asked him how I could reach these worlds. I wanted to bring the hiss there,
Alright.
but he didn't want to help me. He didn't like the idea. What did he know?
I'm not wild about the idea myself.
Through time, the thunderstorm distorts you.
Dylan, you got.
Here we go again. Once more with feeling.
So I thought you had been locked up.
Let me guess. You want to tell me about your dream?
Yes. Yes. In fact, I'm having a dream right now.
Oh, That's new.
In this dream, I'm standing in the corner watching Jesse and Dylan talk about this very dream. This very dream! He said just now! And repeated it again now! I'm standing there and watching, and that's all I can do. It's as if I'm trapped there. And that's all I have to say about that dream.
Okay, Dylan. That's good. Is he still in there?
I was gonna say,
Or
what
is
if he
this
can
the
put
hiss
himself
playing mind games? I don't know.
This is like a manifestation. Really dark hairstyle. He needs time for more dreams.
Well, I did not realize that you could get that dialogue option. So,
Really?
yeah.
Lots of interesting data off
So
that
what
subject.
time candidate program?
I heard that he volunteered.
Is this the same mission or a new mission?
Yeah, it's your progression. Yeah. Mission briefing. Target selected.
Like, oh, okay, so yeah, I'm looking for the slide. I just wanted it to not be that. I needed to go. Oh fuck! I already forgot where I needed to go.
It's in containment sector. So somewhere in here, somewhere that gets you close to there. So logistics probably. Guessing.
What the fuck? What the hell happened? Bam! Oh! Oh god! Oh god! Dog attack! Jesus! Just shit myself. Where? What? Is it over?
A little bit of. Rocket. Oh. Yeah, there you go. Sure.
Trying to remember all the powers.
Yeah. In a minute.
Gotta put my keys in my belt.
Did you guys want medical?
My keys in my belt.
Medical's how you would get through before. But
What's that?
That's the Polaris belt. So,
Yeah, I just got it from Dylan.
oh, but you don't have the. You get the cure belt, though.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I thought I could get past it, but no.
I thought you did have the.
Well, I did some stuff in the mold, but
Okay. Or Emily.
no, Dylan did. He said Salvador or whatever the fuck gave him the level 6 card. He wanted him to have it.
How did he slip you with the 6 clearance?
Well, I don't think he was actually inside of that.
I'm more curious if he has the. Just like insane. Like I want to see his poop bucket. No, I guess I said. But yeah.
Yes. 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 More material.
Can't believe it.
Mark Gibson, male, age 28, returned from the astral plane approximately 13 minutes ago. This was his 21st dive. Patient is experiencing migraine-like pain, intense pressure behind the eyes, and partial blindness. He has no recollection of his time in the astral plane and appears severely disoriented. Preliminary examination revealed no immediate cause, so we will be sending patient for X-rays and...
What the fuck is that thing? God, it burst right out of him. Call Black! Get Marshall!
Age 28,
Cool.
returned from the astral plane approximately 15 minutes ago. This was his 21st dive. Patient is experiencing migraine-like pain, intense pressure behind the eyes, and partial blindness. He has no recollection of his time in the astral plane.
Let's see what the better.
We have a way to get you around the security gate. But nothing. But maybe security. We can't. We go back. And it goes up and around that.
There's something.
There, yeah, that's your quest.
It takes me to the shelter.
Really?
Wait, what's the dead end? Oh, that backfired. That thoroughly backfired. Pluto. Oh. Here we go again. Wait, what the? The north, yeah, okay. Thought I was way back with executive or something. Nope. Nope. Oh. Oh, I lost. Ran out of time. Oh shit.
Nice little combo thing would be combat music with that voice, right?
Yeah. That would be fun to just mix up the music.
I see you, baby. Kicking that ass. Hitting that ass.
Those cheeks.
it though?
1964. We discovered the oldest house while investigating a suspected altered
Probably have to get to that one.
There is a weird B-roll.
subway tunnels. Just found their way up into the building. Once we became aware of it, it was there. For the rest of the population, it was hiding in plain sight. A slippery blind spot, seemingly discouraging observation. It's a place of power. An ongoing AWE of its own, seemingly adhering to its physical outer constraints and yet
Maybe because of the
constantly
presentation, they
breaking the
changed
known
the
boundaries of
technical.
reality. It's unstable, shifting. Note, for more details on
Or maybe-
control
I think
points
maybe
and
it's one of the
research and
earliest
process to stabilize and secure the core sectors, refer to a separate presentation. After extensive research and investigation, the Bureau made the building its headquarters on November 13th,
I thought it
1960.
was prompted by the video.
The Federal Bureau of Control was never out in the open.
Well,
This
that's the
was
shadow.
always
The
an
projector.
obfuscated cloud.
I need to go that way, but that way's not going to.
August 4th,
Maybe it's below.
we discovered the oldest house.
Uh-oh. I see the... This must be it. Thanks, Donald. What the hell?
Click on the.
Your soul is mine.
Do it better. Oh, nice. Okay. So, Victoria Meir, redacted. She was admitted to mental ward for emotional instability soon after relocating to Illinois with her family in 1914. The item only appears on record again in 2006 when the Bureau investigated the sudden rise in disappearances in redacted Illinois. Agents found the item hanging in the local library. They contained it quickly, though the missing people of their town were never recovered. Supplementary date August 18, 1915. We certified that the case of Mrs. Redacted has shown her to be a lunatic under the reasons of hysteria, bad company, and imaginary fixation.
Doesn't sound like a 1915.
Seriously. Her fixations with family-looking glasses and noteworthy, though not an uncommon matter considering the disposition. Miss Carver is a fit subject for lunatic asylum and will remain in confinement until her affliction has passed, signed Dr. Redacted. Oh, it's an amazing exercise in early 20th century chauvinism.
Yeah. Outdated, misogynistic. Yeah. Containment location, Synchronicity Lab Research Sector.
So that lab is where you can have a pretty awesome.
I'm going the right way still?
To find new prime candidates, the Bureau needs a director. Our future. P6 and P7.
Remind me after the fight. Ooh. Yeah, it only lasted like 60 seconds that time. Maybe we should sign off.
Okay. This has been a Rocket PDX, but controls.